Hello, everyone. We are back with more from Gamescom. Things that we couldn't put in the big show. We've got following up. Huber, we have been in a couple of years of this beat 'em up renaissance.
Yeah.
And maybe one of the things that kept the fire lit in between the glory days and the modern days was Scott Pilgrim.
Sure.
You know, we got that when it didn't feel like the genre was existing at all.
Absolutely.
And now Tribute Games is back with Scott Pilgrim EX.
One of the best in the biz.
You got to check it out at Gamescom. Did you get to play?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Felt really good. Felt like old Scott Pilgrim. More playable characters this time. In terms of like the timeline when this is taking place, they were like, yeah, it's kind of just in the universe of all of it. So maybe like the game happened, the movies, the anime they kept talking about. They were really stressing the anime, so it kind of made me want to watch that. They're like, yeah, it's like it would kind of be after the anime, but it's not really connected. So it's like kind of just doing its own thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did 3 players. There were 3 of us, and it just felt super good to play. And you know, it was the Scott Pilgrim game is like a lot of RPG stuff. You know, you're getting cash, you're going to the shops.
Yeah, there's just coins everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, you're sharing your money, but then you're like buying food that can restore your health or your like mana meter or whatever it is, and then stats as well. So stats are super important, like strength, agility, speed, all that stuff. So you like spend a lot of your money to get those, and you really feel those upgrades, at least in the old one. We only got to do like 1 level, so I couldn't really see how that kind of progression will stack up over time. But we did get to go into kind of like the open world area. You know, it was like a town, and we're like running around. We were in like a laboratory at first, and then we came out to a big town, and a lot of the places you can go in, some of them are shops, just like the old ones. So very faithful to the old game, if you're familiar with that one. And one of the main things they said was that they were going for density rather than scale.
Okay.
So maybe the map isn't going to be necessarily as big as the last one, or like they didn't want to get too huge with it.
Right.
They wanted it to be like a space you're familiar with. So backtracking is, you know, not as tedious, and you really familiarize yourself with the location.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the footage they gave us, like I'm really liking like some of the like big clean chunks of visuals throughout.
The visuals are
you know,
so good,
it's like the character sprites are nice and big and expressive, but the same thing with like the buildings and everything. Like there's very like they're clean, but they're not completely flat. Like there is still character in there, you know.
Yeah.
Some of these also remind me of like Mario Brothers 3 kind of design too.
Yeah. Just how
how
colorful and expressive it is, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was expressed because I was looking at over the press release, the latest press release we got. And like I remembered, like the band's name is Sex Bomb, and it's like,
Sex Bomb.
like Scott Pilgrim like does have like overt video game references. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then of course like weapons are a big thing. You can pick up a lot of weapons. You can throw and grab opponents. A lot of the enemies have a ton of health, just like the old ones. So it really is a co-op game, you know, like taking those enemies down. But yeah, felt really good. It was really jolly. We were just, the whole time we were playing, we were just talking about beat 'em ups and the history of it, and you know how long this game took compared to the last one. You know, there's a big gap in between, and it just feels like it's coming back at such a great time.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. There's just so many things to dive into there between this and Absolum and all of that. So
yeah.
Sweet.
Scott Pilgrim is back.
I mean, I think a lot of people are going to be wondering about the soundtrack. Did you get to hear it at all?
Barely. It was like not in a. So we were in the we had an appointment like a press area.
Yeah.
But all the other games had their own room, but then positive and negative, it was really jolly. Scott Pilgrim was just kind of like in the living room area of it all and the couch.
Yeah.
But we had to keep it down because it was like in the open, you know?
Yeah, got it.
So I barely got to hear the music. Great question, bud.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. Thank you. We've got more Gamescom stuff rolling out today and tomorrow and some more stuff coming up next week even. So keep your eyes open for that. We are Easy Allies. Check out youtube.com/Easy Allies to see more of our coverage, including a 4-hour podcast that has 40 previews from Gamescom. I almost said Summer Game Fest.
I know. I keep doing that. Totally.
But and we are supported by people just like you. We're an independent outlet. So please go to patreon.com/easyallies and become a monthly patron. Or if you prefer, there's a limited time bonus that we get for people that do these YouTube membership things. So you can get on that too. But we've got more coming up. Working on a Huber hype, doing all kinds of good stuff. And we'll see you soon.